The modern workplace is a uniquely sterile environment defined by forced proximity. You are assigned a desk, and for 8 hours a day, you must sit inches away from complete strangers. To survive this arrangement, we all agree to an unspoken professional social contract. Employees are expected to be polite, engage in harmless small talk, and give others the benefit of the doubt if they act a little odd. But the very social rules designed to keep modern offices peaceful also provide a layer of camouflage for a predator to hide in plain sight. Consider 3 distinct case studies from unremarkable settings: a quiet downtown finance cubicle, a local grocery store in Vermont, and a sleepy insurance office tucked behind a strip mall in Pennsylvania. These are routine environments. Employees clock in, do data entry, or stock shelves. They are conditioned by the repetitive nature of the work to never expect physical danger. The tension arises when an individual weaponizes that sense of routine, using the shield of professional politeness to corner a coworker. The scariest threats do not always jump out of dark alleys. Sometimes they clock in right next to you at 9 a.m. This process begins with Phase 1, the normalization of awkwardness. This is the initial stage where clear warning signs are actively dismissed as mere social quirks. A rising vector line representing escalating behavior remains hidden beneath the threshold of conflict. Data points like staring and unnatural voice plot along this line, highlighted as harmless quirks. The victim rationalizes this, assuming Alex was just trying to be quirky in a professional setting. In a Vermont grocery store, a dairy worker named Sean exhibited similar persistence. He lingered near a 17-year-old cashier, asking invasive questions about her weekend and sending late-night messages. She filed his behavior away as social awkwardness, assuming he simply didn't know how to interact with people her age. At the Pennsylvania insurance office, a new hire named Tom constantly hovered near a female coworker. If she went for coffee, he was there minutes later. If she restocked paper, he followed. She ignored it, attributing the behavior to simple antisocial weirdness. In Phase 1, the victim inadvertently assists the predator. By doing the psychological work of excusing the disturbing behavior, they allow the threat to grow unchallenged. This leads directly into Phase 2, boundary testing. The passive weirdness ends, replaced by an active, deliberate invasion of the target's personal privacy. In this phase, a coworker gathers out-of-office information to breach the professional boundary. They test how the victim will react when their personal life is suddenly compromised. Sean executed this by extracting unshared details. He walked up to the cashier at work and asked if she liked Stranger Things, a program she had been binge-watching alone in her bedroom, having never mentioned it to anyone at the store. Alex bypassed professional channels entirely. He managed to track down the victim's unlisted home landline. When the victim answered, Alex delivered a cryptic riddle followed by a loud, unhinged laugh before hanging up. Tom used an environmental advantage. When a severe afternoon storm caused the manager to let most employees leave early, he stayed behind, isolating his coworker in the darkening building as the power grid failed. Phase 2 is a pivot point. It provides proof that the coworker's behavior is a deliberate stress test of the victim's vulnerabilities. This culminates in Phase 3, the mask drops. The facade of the awkward coworker finally shatters. For the finance intern, the shift occurred at 5 in the morning. He woke up to find Alex standing in his backyard. From the dark tree line, Alex called out the victim's name in that same sing-song office voice, laughing hysterically before disappearing into the woods. When the cashier told Sean she wasn't interested, he responded with a digital threat regarding her address. A few nights later, she heard the distinct sound of someone tapping on her bedroom window in the middle of the night. In the insurance office, the isolated coworker tried to leave through the rear exit to reach her car. She found the door had been heavily chained shut and padlocked from the inside. Tom then hunted her through the pitch-black hallways with a flashlight. She escaped only by sprinting out through the front entrance, where the glass doors had been completely shattered. By the time a predator drops their mask, the situation has already escalated into a physical crisis. The victim is no longer managing a social nuisance. They are navigating a direct threat to their safety. All 3 of these victims survived their encounters without physical violence, but the psychological aftermath was permanent. The grocery store cashier developed severe hypervigilance that lasted for years. The insurance worker was forced to permanently quit her job, unable to feel safe in an enclosed office setting again. This points to the danger hidden behind the common workplace mindset of "don't make things awkward." When we prioritize avoiding a scene over addressing an intuition, it provides a coworker with the time and space needed to escalate their behavior. Our ingrained reluctance to report subtle discomfort effectively shields the perpetrator. The initial hesitation these victims felt, the urge to laugh off an unhinged stare or excuse an invasive question, was a direct result of their 9-to-5 social conditioning. You have to trust your gut over workplace etiquette. Recognizing these patterns early is the only way to intervene before a social quirk becomes a physical threat.